So let me go into these. There's a lot of OTKs, because that's pretty much what you're able to do with the deck now. It's a lot of freaking bass OTKs out of this deck. So here comes a trade-in. Here comes the Gospel Revival I was talking about. He's going to chain Maxi. That's absolutely fine. I don't really care. Get rid of the Phoenix Chain. Like, bro, it still banishes. No, it doesn't. Going to Where Art Thou? I don't really care for the card still too much, but hey, Search into Search is always great. So we're going to use that same combo play that we always talk about, which is the Michael into the Banish into the Crystal Wing, which is going to push out 6,000 points of damage. And you're probably going, well, Ryu, he could probably make a comeback. Yeah, that's cool. I got Maiden. Goes for Zephyrus the Elite. Goes for Plague Spirit Zombie. Goes to Goyo. Goes to Forbidden Rest. I'm like, wait a minute. Is he not reading right now, or he's just looking at attack points? There's a secondary effect besides, nullifying it, which is this. Which, for those of you who don't really pay attention to that secondary effect, once per battle, if it battles level 5 or a higher monster during damage calculation, it gains that monster's attack points until the end of the damage step. So he just OTK'd himself. Like, that was funny, though, to watch that. That was really funny. He's like, hey, I got this great way to get over it. No, you don't. This one's against Dinomiss. So this just basically show you a lot of different hands and, situations that you'd be playing with. Now, I could have played the Where Art Thou there, but I didn't. I don't know, this guy, at first I was like, is this guy even reading? Plays Raigeki. I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense. If he played Raigeki, that makes a lot of sense. Like, really, it really does. Like, why would you go for that? Oh, you have the Where Art Thou. You have the Raigeki. I'm saying Where Art Thou. Go into Spirit Dragon. Go for Sage Knight. Sage Knight, get Maiden. Go into Michael. Michael going to banish a card. Boop. Get rid of that. Go to Gospel. White Spirit Dragon going to banish a card. Goes to the Dinomiss Rush. I don't care about Dinomiss Rush at this point. I go for Crystal Wing. Is it Crystal Wing? It is Crystal Wing. I always mix up the names. Go for Crystal Wing. End phase, going to get that White Spirit Dragon. Banish out that last Dinomiss card. He's got no Pendulum Scales. He top decked the Clash of Drago Rivals. Goes for a rank 4. Goes for the Dark Exceed. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not allowing that. I'm not going to allow you to have your effects, and that's going to be game because there's nothing you can do there. So this is against Lightshorn. I mean, I just like tons of games that go pretty quick. But I'm going to be working on Dark Magician this upcoming week, so it's happening. It's gonna be coming. I'm gonna do a couple of versions of it. I also know Buster Blader and Galaxy were both requested. I'm going to get to those. I've been behind on deck profiles, but I've been like just taking a small break from it because I was like, meh, I don't feel like doing deck profiles today. I just want to go and do like a bunch of different other things. But I'm just gonna go for 6,000 points of damage here. Go for Felgrand, bro. Do you Felgrand, man? Do you Felgrand? Goes to charge a Light Brigade. I was assuming going to grab Lumina. Doesn't grab Lumina. Goes for JD. I'm going for Tribute into Ajrai's here for obvious reasons. Goes to JD. I'm going to basically nullify that right there. And I believe he's going to try to attack over. That's going to be GG. Right there. That's going to be GG. I have 2 more games that follow after this. And then I'm going to show you the deck profile and just go over pretty much why not a lot has changed. And I actually have been working with this deck quite a bit, trying to see what else I could really push it to. But the deck is, for me, my personal preference is pretty much built to completion. So the only thing I was thinking about is like Big Red, Red Eyes Darkness Metal. But then it's like, meh, because, I want to limit dead draws here as much as possible. Which you'll still get dead draws time to time. This guy, I thought it was a really cool concept, that's why I threw it in. I'm like, wait a minute, he's playing that. It's like, who pulls that off? That was sack to go into that. It was so sacky. And then against Moonlight, and then I think the last one is against the new version of Pepe, so that way you guys can get a good range for casual, for competitive, see where it really can take you. Honestly, I think Blue Eyes is going to be a force to reckon with, as much as I don't want to admit it. But it's pretty much going to be a force to reckon with. That Sage Knight into Maiden, that trade-in, that Light Mausoleum into the Crystal Wing combo is just always so good, as you can end games really quickly. Because you can go for Michael and anything that's in your way, and just like deal with it. Look at that. That Gospel just going to end the game right there. I don't even have to go into the combo. I could just end it here. And then if you still had life points, I would go into the combo. It's crazy. And of course, for the final duel of the actual video, to show you this. Look at the speed on this guy's deck too. It's like a Buster Blader variant. I thought it was the Pepe version. It's not. It's like a Buster Blader variant. It's pretty interesting to say the least. But I go for that Light Mausoleum. I'm going to go for the Ancient Whitestone. And the same combo, like, you open it pretty damn consistently. As long as you can get to the field, you're going to open it consistently. So you got to play the deck to your preference, number one. But I play it for my preference, which is banishing out my opponent's Pendulum Zone and then ruining their day when it comes to trying to, you know, do anything. I think Gospel's in the grave at this point. Let's see if it... Yeah, it's in the grave. So if he activates Raigeki, which he will, banish out Gospel, protected, there's nothing he can really do because it's going to be game. And then I just get Blue Eyes back so I can actually have it back in my hand. So I can target Maiden and go into another one if I so choose it, which you'll see me do here. I'll be like, hey, I'm just going to bring out this Blue Eyes and dip one for the grave for my deck, and then that's going to be it. So let me show you the deck profile now. If you saw the last one last month, not much has changed. Everything looks pretty much the same outside of only 2 Where Art Thou's, and I want to say I put Raigeki in the main deck. Now, I'm still running 2 Silver Scribe with 3 Gospel. I feel that's the best revival count you can actually have. However, I am considering dropping 1 Melody for a Dragon Shrine, only because it pretty much is going to do the same thing, but you don't want to run Dragon Shrine because you have the field that's going to mill it for you. I'm thinking about bumping and terraforming or running a chicken game or a pseudo space, one of the two. I'm not fully sure. Again, I've been testing with things, I've been tinkering with them, but nothing's really worked out as good as it is now. So 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon, 2 alternative, 3 is often dead, and you can bring these back with Whitestone. I know there's only 3 Whitestone, and you're probably like, well, you're going to bring back 3 cards. You end game so quickly, it doesn't matter. It's like Mermills. It doesn't really matter. 2 White Spirit Dragon, perfect number. 2 Honest. Some people will take this out. I wouldn't. And there's actually a reason I wouldn't. Because sometimes when you need a clutch victory behind Felgrand, because Felgrand can protect himself, Honest, Gospel, it adds up so much. It just stacks. It stacks up to so much damage extremely quickly. 3 Ancient Whitestone, 3 Sage Knight, 3 Maiden, pretty much self-explanatory. The deck still has trouble with like turn 1 Naturia Beast, which is pretty popular, so I probably run a good amount of traps to deal with that. I mean, you can Honest something and then just jump over him, but it's still a pain in the ass to deal with. 1 for 1, 3 Gospel, 1 Raigeki, 3 Trade-In, 3 Melody, 2 Where Art Thou, 2 Terraforming, 2 Twin Twist, 2 Silver Cry, and 3 Light Mausoleum. The reason you still run this at 3, but you don't run this at 3, this isn't nearly as useful as that. Let's be honest, it's not. Melody, though, even if you draw like all 3, you're only going to get 2 searches, which is absolutely fine. I mean, you can get all 3 searches, but you're not going to get like 2 cards off the search. The thing is, you want to see it extremely quickly as it makes trade-in more live. If we had one of these for like cards of consequence targets, it'd be just god tier. But it is what it is. And then for the extra deck, I'm just going to run down 1 Blue Eyes Twin Bursts. Don't really ever see myself going into it anymore, but it's just good to have when my opponent makes BL plays. This thing's a godsend against BLs and just like things that you can't normally jump over. 3 Azure Eyes, 3 Spirits, 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Star Spark. Again, one of the best cards because you can side Dragon Spine with this and then go into the combo turn 1, lock your opponent out, throw them off their game and be like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Because it is a bitch combo, and then especially with Gospel of Revival, with this and Dragon's Bind behind it, oh, it's nasty. 1 Michael, 1 number 95, 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, 107, Hiplomos. Hiplomos! It's Heretic Sun, and Felgrand. I don't know why I said Hiplomos. I'm swear to God, I'm thinking Pokemon at the moment. So, real quick, let me just go over a few things. I don't show side cards because we have the Guide to Your Side series. I always advise that people make side decks for their locals, and this deck obviously is not playable IRL right now, so you can't go out and build a side deck for it, so it'd be kind of silly. And I typically don't play 2 out of 3 matches on Dev Pro, YGO Pro, unless it's on a stream, unless people are requesting it. I don't really do it because it's not fun for me. To be honest, it's really not. It's like, hey, I just got through this match and I just ended the game really quickly, and then what's going to happen again? Pretty much the same thing. So it's just kind of one of those things. That's how I feel about it. But this honestly has been feeling really solid. But you guys, again, let me know if there's anything I haven't tested the waters with, and I can obviously test it with. But I'm going to move on to Dark Magician stuff and other decks that have been waiting. I know this is one that you guys have been requesting for like 4 weeks. and I've been a little slow on delivering it because of the flu and everything else, but thank you guys for waiting. Thank you guys for the continued support. More deck profiles, more duels are coming. Promise as always. And just, it'll be coming down the pipeline next couple of days. But thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'm ready for the Yugioh Council. Peace.